Well, let's talk about Game 6. Game 6,
Oh,
Friday
God.
in San Francisco.
Yep.
Look, it's daunting. It is. But it's also not impossible. You played there in a Game 4 that they needed big time to avoid going down 3-1, and you competed with a shot to win it at the buzzer. Tonight, you did not play well enough for most of the game, and you still had a shot late in the fourth quarter. That's my message if I'm Mike Brown. If we're just a little bit better, if we can string a couple more defensive stops together,
Dude.
if we can knock down a few more shots, if we can prevent a few offensive rebounds, we're going to have a shot to force a Game 7. You can't worry about, are we going to win a game? You got to get to Game 7. It's about Game 6, going out there executing. I think one thing that's interesting in this game, it's a 5 p.m. tip-off in San Francisco. How does that impact the crowd? Does it impact the crowd? Am I looking too much into it?
Sure.
But 5 o'clock on a Friday in San Francisco, I don't know, late arriving crowd? Is it there are going to be issues? What's the environment going to be that night in San Francisco?
I don't think it matters.
I think it does. The next thing I'm going to bring up here is there's not as much time between games. Now, to be fair, we said the Kings did look tired tonight, so maybe that negatively impacts them. Maybe it's bad because Fox doesn't have enough time to let his finger rest up after tonight. He's taking more pain pills and whatever. But Curry played 42 minutes tonight.
He did.
He played 43 minutes in Game 4, Morgan. Like, he had a couple of days off. There's one day off, and there's a Game 6. That's going to be something to watch. It's going to be challenging. They're not going to be favored, but it's not impossible. You got home court advantage, so you could be in a situation where if there was a Game 7, it would be on your home floor. Knock down some shots, play hard, play physical, try to win that game.
I love how you started it with talking about the tweaks. You know, the one extra defensive possession. Yeah. Can you finish a great or a good defensive possession with that rebound and not allowing them to get those 11 offensive boards? Sure, you had 12, but it doesn't matter if you're allowing 11 for 18 second chance points.
Well, and one other thing I want to bring up, points in the paint.
Yeah.
It was 60-56, but the Warriors were 30 for 41 in the paint. The Kings, 28 of 46. That's beyond efficient for the Golden State Warriors in this game. Beyond efficient.
Yeah.
The Kings got destroyed.
You got to make life harder for the backdoor cuts, the movement, the ball.
And it's hard.
Oh,
This is
so
they
hard.
execute. I mean, Looney has just been Looney's so underrated.
Yeah,
He's
I agree.
criminally
Unsung
underrated.
hero.
But when you have two guys who can make passes, like we know Draymond can, but Looney, I mean, he's had multiple games with 5+ assists, 7 assists, 8 assists.
It's the quick decision making, right? Like when he gets the ball in the middle, he's not thinking about it. He already knows if someone from the weak side's collapsing and someone's spraying out for 3, I have them wide open. Like it's already thought about. And I feel like there was moments tonight, even just to compare for the Kings, where they would get in the paint and there was struggle or chaos and like, where do I go now? Not a lot of like leaving their feet and where do I go now, but just like it wasn't the purpose to get into the paint was like, I don't know what to do. But a lot of that had to do with Looney and his arms up and Draymond and his arms up altering their decision making.
They do a great job.
They really do. They really do. So yeah, Game 6 is going to be about like making those tweaks and playing much better basketball.
And that's the thing. You talk about there's not like a ton of crazy tactical things, in my opinion, that have to change. It's doing the little things.
That's it.
And it's like, you know what has to happen? Guys have to play better.
Yep.
Sabonis has to be better. Herter, if he gets minutes, he has to knock down threes.
Or do something else, though.
Yeah, you have to impact the game. Like, guys just have to play better. I mean, 30% from three is just not going to cut it. You're not winning a series by shooting 30% from three. It's just not. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. Tonight, too, they had 19 turnovers. The other thing I want to mention, by the way, Morgan, they're averaging in the playoffs. This can't even be right. I have to double check it because I don't even think it's right.
Ooh.
I'm going to double check it, and it's probably going to be right. And the Kings are averaging 21.6 assists per game in the playoffs. You want to know what they did in the regular season?
What did they do?
27.3.
Yeah.
What a difference, right?
I mean, yeah.
The Warriors' defense in this series has just been amazing. They've done their jobs.
They've
done
really
their jobs.
Smart. Yeah. I think like for all the times during the regular season that people were knocking down their defense and what it couldn't do or the size. It's like they play so smart, though.
Morgan?
What?
We were fair about this shit.
Yeah? What do you mean?
Pat playoff Deuce on the back so I don't have to pat me on the back.
Why do you need this?
I said when people
Why
were
do you need affirmation?
Because I said what I say before a series. I said, hey,
What did he say?
after the All-Star break, they're 7th in defensive rating. They're really good defensively at home. The road stuff is kind of misleading because Curry and Wiggins missed time. Those guys are back now. Oh, they had a GP2. And people mocked me.
No.
They did mock me. Oh, they don't win on the road. Look, to me, I doubted the Warriors when Wiggins was out. When it was uncertain he was coming back, I doubted them for sure. But once he got back, and once they got GP2, it's like, well, I mean, that changes everything for them. Wiggins, the Kings don't have anyone to guard Wiggins. Who can guard Wiggins on this team? And then what he can do on the other end. It's a tough matchup. I hope I don't sound too deucey downer tonight.
Oh.
Obviously, big picture. I'm so glad, and I said this before the series, I am glad the Kings are getting their first touch for this team in the playoffs. It's against this caliber of a team.
Yeah.
The team that has been there, has done it, and the Kings have competed with them. They are making this a series. They didn't get swept. They didn't get embarrassed.
They're showing this King squad. You have to be so good on so many different levels. You can't just have the best offense in the league.
Yeah.
You can't just have the clutch player of the year and the rebounding champ and the coach of the year. You can't just have all three of those awards and still be able to win a playoff series because the playoffs are that different. And I love that they are getting this experience, but I also love, Deuce, that there's still a chance.